Hello, everybody. Welcome to Unity Time Broadcasting. I am the host of this program, as you well know if you've listened before, calling myself Mr. Unity, hoping to unify people rather than divide, which seems to be the agenda behind so many people and so many groups in this day and age. Not just here, but around the world, it would appear. There are a lot of things going on. I'm not going to even try and get into all of it. Let's just say we can expect, I feel strongly, based on the facts, okay, based on the facts, that we can expect to see some really serious food shortages in the coming year. A lot of places are already seeing them. Millions of chickens have been put down, not to be processed, but just simply put down because of an alleged disease circulating. That's going to cause, these are egg laying hens mostly, so that is going to likely cause a pretty big uptick in availability as well as pricing. As far as everything else is concerned, we should probably, we may very well see some serious supply chain shortage coming. And the reason being is because the Panama Canal is still experiencing a water shortage. Ships get stuck. So there are usually, I think, around 42 ships going through there per day. And now they're per day or per week. I'm not sure which, but either way, there is now around 30. So that's considerably less going through there per day or week. That's not even including what's going on in the Suez Canal. A lot of ships don't want to go through there because the Yemenis Houthis are, at least it's being said that the Houthis are the ones who are doing this. I don't know for sure who's doing it. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't know for sure, but it's being said that the Houthis are doing the shooting at ships, badly damaging cargo ships in order to ensure that nothing goes to Israel, which I don't think Israel is their only target. Let's just put it that way. I don't think they would be shooting at all ships. I think maybe they're trying to ensure that nothing gets to NATO countries. I could be wrong about that. That's just my own personal theory. But insurance companies do not want to insure these ships because they're all being shot at, and some of them are being damaged. There are now military ships allegedly escorting these cargo ships through there, but that's not stopping at least one of the three that are in tow from being badly damaged. So, you got all that. And that's not even to mention, and this is a fact, the Obamas have their own film company now. I cannot say with any degree of certainty because I really don't know for sure whether the films that they are producing are predictive programming or not. They may be. It's hard to say, but they may not be. It could just be entertainment. But if you have not seen Left Leave the World Behind, yes, it's on Netflix, and a lot of people don't want to support Netflix, but you really should see it. It's not 100% realistic, but a lot of the things that happen in that film are things that likely would happen if the grid were attacked by a cyber terrorist group or other. I can't say who the other might be, but let's just say that there are people in positions of authority who could potentially enable something like this to happen and then blame it on someone else, like, oh, anybody really. but I would say likely an outside entity like Iran, North Korea, Russia, China, or possibly even all of the above could be blamed for something that someone authoritative from within this country. Won't say who because I don't know who it might necessarily be, but I do believe that is a possibility that something like that could happen. We have seen and heard the leader of the World Economic Forum come right out and warn everybody that something like this is actually going to happen, and that when it does, it would, well, he said himself that COVID 19 would pale in comparison to this because it would be global somehow, which makes sense. It could very well be global, a cyber attack. All I'm going to say on that is do some research on something called Stuxnet. It's very possible that a cyber attack on the infrastructure of every country in the world could very well happen. Would it all happen at the same time? Would it happen in increments? It's hard to say. I don't know. I don't know. But it does appear that it will at some point happen. We just don't know when. The Obamas have another film coming out. I thought it was in spring, but then I recently heard it's in February, which isn't that far off. That one is called Civil War. I've seen the trailer for it, and it looks spooky. Spooky, scary. All I'm going to say about that, again, I do not know whether this is predictive programming or not. A lot of people believe it is, but I can't say. I don't know. I will say this: in the event that these things do go down, you have to protect yourself and your family. That's a given. But don't be one of these crazy people who has the mentality of shoot first and ask questions later. Ask questions first and don't shoot anybody unless it's a situation where you have no other alternative. The best thing for everyone to do in situations like these is to form some sort of an alliance in your neighborhood, your block, whoever you can form that alliance with. Do it. Protect each other. It'd be a whole lot better than trying to go it alone, protecting your property, your family, and yourself. Just do the best you can. Form an alliance when the time comes. You may not be able to do that before then. Trust me, I know. I moved recently to a semi rural community, and these people, they don't talk to you. They keep to themselves, which in some ways is good. But at this point in my life, and well, at this point, period, I would rather have people over there allied with me. There's one or two, but that's not a lot. Hopefully, having gotten to know one will work to our benefit later on when the time comes. Hopefully. So I get to know at least one person on the street you live in, the block that you live on. Just start out small. You're likely going to have to anyway. Start out small. Ally with somebody nearby you. If you see fighting start amongst people, regardless whether it is differing religions or differing political factions, whatever, stay out of it. Don't get involved in that if you can keep from it. Now, if you see someone innocent who didn't do anything to anybody being attacked, defend them. But find out first before you do, because you may, on the surface, it may look like they're innocent, and they haven't done anything to warrant what they're getting, ask questions, because that may not be the case. They may have done something that warrants somebody being angry enough with them to attack them. You just don't ever know. And if you don't know, don't get involved. Ask questions. Find out what happened. I've been in that situation before, and I felt really small after the fact when I went off on somebody and then found out from them that they had legitimate reason for treating someone that I thought was innocent, and they weren't at all. They had a legitimate reason for treating them the way that they were. So find out before you make a rash decision, a hasty decision, whether you are defending someone who needs to be defended or not. Because it might be somebody that's getting exactly what they deserve. Remember that. That is important. Remember that. Till next time, Mr. Unity saying, take care of yourself and take care of each other. Sound like Jerry Springer, right? Well, that was the only thing I think, one of the few things I heard that man say actually made sense. Take care of yourself and each other. Love people. Love people. Don't attack anyone unless it's a situation where you have to. Till next time, Mr. Unity, signing out.